Oh, what's going on, GameLeap? It's patch 13.9, mate. Here we go, bro. We're going to be going through the changes in this patch and what they're going to mean for League of Legends and the Rift. What they're going to mean for your win rate is pretty much nothing. It's still going to be 50%. So watch the last video I did on Showmaker playing Yasuo mid. You can apply that stuff to every single role in the game, you know, to be able to actually play the game at the highest level. Anyway, these changes, they are interesting. Some of these champions are going to be really busted, I think, or more busted than they already are. But we also have a link to one of the best applications I've ever seen, mate. It's OPGG app, easily the best one I've seen, and I actually think it's useful for anyone playing this game in any single elo. Because when you get in champ select, you can have the app choose the runes for you. When you get in game as well, the items that you choose, that is also based off the most popular items built on those champions in higher levels of play, and it's so easy to install and set up. All you have to do is log in and connect your league account. It's so easy and so quick, and you will have this for eternity. One of the things I really love as well that's kind of unique is that they have this OP champions page that updates every single hour. So you can just go onto this and you can see that in every single elo, there are different OP champions because those elos change, of course, right? So if you're diamond or above, you can look at what's OP in diamond and above. If you're platinum, you can have a look at what wins the most in platinum. Same with gold, silver, bronze, etc. I just think it's such a useful tool, and if you guys don't install this, like, you are legit missing out because thousands of people are. So all you have to do is click on one of those links in the description and comment section, and you will know why the Jizz absolutely frosts about this. Like, I think this app is just so good, and it is 100% going to help you win games. So if you want to get an edge on your competition, this is the application you need to download right now. Super easy, super quick, and super free load. Let's get into the changes. Champion buffs. First of all, let's talk about Aatrox in the top lane. Your passives damage, based on the health ratio, is increasing at later levels. Also, you're getting a bit of a reaper with the ult bonus movement speed. This is going up by 10, 15, and then 20 at the respective ranks. So rank 1, level 6, rank 2, level 11, and rank 3, level 16. I don't think these are going to mean too much for Aatrox. The ult bonus movement speed going up is definitely nice, and this will affect his win rate a bit more than the passive buff. But the issue is that, well, Omnivamp really isn't what it used to be, especially from Eclipse, right? Because they gave this ability haste and no longer Omnivamp, and because Grievous wins are so much better these days, it's pretty hard for Aatrox to find himself in this meta. You find yourself, you find... Right, let's move on to Volibear. W's damage, I don't know why I did that. W damage health ratio is going up to 6% from 5%. Also, the heal health ratio in this is increasing by 1%, 1.5%, 2%, 2.5%, and then 3% at each respective rank. This is actually, like, pretty nice for Volibear. And this is for every role as well, if you're playing him in the jungle or in the top lane. But I don't really think Volibear is still going to be, like, that amazing. The movement speed nerf he copped to his Q not so long ago has really made the bear, well, not really a bear at all. And he's really not that scary. Maybe they have to do something with, like, your ultimate, because it is, like, pretty obnoxious playing against if you do get a lead, disabling tower damage. So I think they have to somewhat revert, in which I'm pretty sure they're going to do, actually. There's, like, a mid-scope planned in the near future. But yeah, those are the Volibear buffs to his W. Moving on to the Mummy Amumu. Your W's base damage is now going to be a flat 20. So this is actually increasing if you only have 2 points in it. But the more points you put in it, this is actually going down from its original 28 damage. But the actual real buff here is the percentage HP damage you're now going to have in your W, because it's increasing from 1 to 1.6% to 1 to 2%. This means, like, the later the game goes and champions start getting more HP, right, you're going to be dealing more damage through your W. So it might even be worth to max this second and get it maxed out by level 13. And let me know, guys, what you think of the buffs and the nerfs. We'll talk about it in this video in the comment section. Now, moving on to Swain. I think these are, like, some of the low-key best buffs in this patch. So for Swain, your Q's base damage is increasing by 5 at each rank, but you're also getting more AP ratio in it. Now, this is also the same for each bolt you actually throw out with your Q, right? So that is increasing as well, both the base damage and the AP ratio. This could be huge, especially mid to late game, which is what you play Swain for. But not only that, the base damage increasing means that in the early game, well, if you're playing AP carry Swain bot lane, if you're playing him in the mid lane, you have to respect him more. I actually think this would be a great pick, especially in the mid lane, to counter those, like, close range champions, and in the bot lane as well, because the meta is really oriented at the moment around engage champions. Swain, close range champion, you want people to be within that radius of your ultimate, and this buff I think is really good for him. Now, last champion guard's getting buffed in 13.9 is the Rundle, and for Trundle, your base attack speed is going up. This is big. This is a champion who likes attack speed, especially if you play him in the top lane with, like, Blade of the Rune King or something, and your base mana is increasing as well. Now, base mana increasing, I don't really think it's, like, too important for the jungle, because you can have blue buff, you'll get the sustain from the jungle item, and from, you know, like, killing Gromp and stuff. But if you start red buff and just run somewhere on the map, the base mana going up means you have a bigger pool to actually spam your spells a little bit more. So this is nice. And like I said, the base attack speed going up is just really good for any form of Trundle. Top lane Trundle for early dueling and, you know, clearing minions and stuff, and in the jungle for going through camps and skirmishing. Stacking your tempo, this will be better, so watch out for Trundle in 13.9. I think he could be back. Now, as far as champion nerfs go, we have two. We have Sire. This is the first one. So your passive HP, the actual HP you lose in your passive, is increasing at every single rank now. So when you're in your passive, you will be losing more of this. And that will mean, guys, your passive is going to decay like 1 to 1.5 seconds faster than it was originally. Pretty big nerf to the passive, and this is really what like players are playing AD Scion for, so it's a big hit to attack damage Scion in particular. Now, the other champion getting nerfed, this is JINX. Your AD growth, I think I mentioned this in our previous video, or one of them, AD growth is going down. This means you're scaling into the mid to late game, you're not getting as much attack damage. Oh my goodness me, it's over for JINX. Nah, it's not, bro. Like, just build Kraken Slayer, Infinity Edge, you'll be sweet. Don't worry about it. Yeah, now champion adjustments, we've got two here that are actually detailed on the patch notes, and these are Bel'Veth and Taliyah. Now, we've already mentioned Taliyah in a previous video. So your ultimate's cooldown lockout, you are only going to be locked out for 3 seconds from using your ultimate when you take damage. If you are dealing damage like clearing a wave or hitting a ward or something, or hitting an enemy champion, you can use your ultimate immediately still. It doesn't actually matter, it doesn't put it on cooldown. It's only if you're taking damage. So I think this is a really big quality of life buff for Taliyah, and she will be picked a heck of a lot more and just be better off for it. Now, the other champion is Bel'Veth. And honestly, guys, like, I think Riot have done this, so they stopped, like, you know, players picking Bel'Veth in the top lane, maybe support. And this is your Q's modified monster damage is increasing to 140%, but you are losing attack damage growth. So as you get levels, because you get more levels in the top lane, right? And you probably do get less in the jungle in most games, this attack damage growth nerf is targeted at the top lane. In the jungle, because you're getting more modified monster damage, this is going to actually be like kind of nuts for you, and you're still only losing like not that much attack damage anyway at level 18. I think she's going to be even better. Honestly, if you're playing Bel'Veth jungle, guys, I think she'll be the best jungler in 13.9 if she isn't already. So I don't really know like why Riot did this, but hey, it's right, games, it's the balance team. And the final change, guys, for 13.9 we actually know about is the Lich Bane. This is a straight up buff. The AP is going from 75 to 85. So if you're playing Victor, if you're playing Echo, Twisted Fate, there'll be other champions, of course. This should be music to your ears, but I don't really think it's going to change too much, to be honest, in terms of build paths and all that. If you're going Shadow Flame, you're probably still going to go Shadow Flame. If you need a Zhonya second, you're probably going this, but a buff is a buff. Guys, those were the changes for 13.9. Let us know in the comments section your thoughts on these. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, please remember to leave a like down below, and I will see you in our next Season 13 upload. This has been NERFS. Peace.